my name's Lara. I am your guide for class today. So glad you're here. We'll use a block and a strap. We'll be doing a lot of side plank variations, so just be mindful of your shoulders, what they're saying to you, and allow for some space to be where you need to be today. All right. Welcome to your mat, friends. My name is Lara. I'm your guide for this next 60 minutes. Let's just get started in child's pose. Bring your knees wide to the edges of your mat. Soften your chest between your legs and reach your arms. Extend them really long in front of you. Drag a full breath in. Nice open mouth exhale. Beautiful breath. Inhale, elongate from your fingertips just a little more. See if you can find a little more width. Exhale, soften your hips to your heels. Begin to seal your lips. Drag in a breath in and out through your nose. Begin to find a constriction at the back of your throat, more like a texture. This is your Ujjayi breath, your victorious breath. If at any times in the class you seem a little stuck, a little tight, a little tense, you can always come back to this breath to alleviate some of that, to find just a little more freedom. Option to stay here in your child's pose. Otherwise, take a child's pose, thread the needle, draw your left arm underneath your body. Keep your hips really low. Soften your hip bones back. You'll notice the front of your shoulder just begin to open a little bit. Inhale, reach your left fingertips back out in front of you. Exhale, switch your right palm underneath you. Really work to make your left rib cage soften down just a little more to square out your shoulders and your hips. Soften in and expand into your breath. Inhale, reach your right fingertips back out in front of you. Stay for a steady breath out. Inhale, press up to tabletop, all fours. Nice and slow. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and walk your kneecaps so they're underneath your hip bones. Energetically squeeze your thumb bones in. Now drag your wrist creases back. Feel your core fire up. Keep that activation. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly. Find a slight bend in your elbows, really to press your shoulder blades forward. Nice, Allie. Exhale, cat, press the earth away. Draw your tailbone down, tuck your chin to your chest. Yeah, 2 more times like that. Inhale, cow pose. Really squeeze your shoulder blades. Exhale, cat. Draw the tailbone and squeeze your wrist creases closer towards you. 1 more time. Inhale, cow pose. Really expand through your throat and your chest. Exhale, cat. Press up and in. Inhale, 1 more cow pose just to feel the breath in. Exhale, neutral tabletop. Root down through your left palm, and then take your left toes back just a little to anchor. Find a modified side plank. Extend towards me. Yep, towards me. Left hand down. There we go. It's fine. You're not supposed to pay attention. It's yoga. Spread your fingertips wide and drill down through your bottom knee. Squeeze your shoulder blades, lift your chest. You can stay here, or if you choose to add on, begin to extend your top leg up. Flex your toes to your face. Take a breath in here. Exhale, hamstring curl. Bring your heel towards your glute. Pause. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale for length. Let me hear the breath. Exhale, curl. Really press down through your bottom hand. 1 more time. Inhale for length. Exhale, squeeze and curl. Option to stay here. Really feel the activation, or bring your top hand, collect your foot. Sometimes we just have to find the foot. So when you find it, now flip your palm up and come to the big toe side. Drag your wrist crease towards you again, not like you're spinning open a jar. Spin your bottom thumb open. Allow your back toes to press behind you. Now close the space of your ribs and your hips. Take 1 more breath in. Exhale, slow and steady to tabletop. Nice and slow. Beautiful, Jody. Other side. Now we go to the right side. Root down through your right hand. Spin your right toes back. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Again, option to stay here, or if you'd like to begin to up level, extend your top leg up. Flex your toes to your face. Really fire up through the quadricep of your leg. Take a breath in. Exhale, hamstring curl. Try and take your heel as close as you can to your glute using the back of your leg. 2 more times. Inhale for length. Exhale, squeeze and curl. Last time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl and squeeze, right? Option to stay here, press down through your hand or gather the top of the Find your foot. Now flip your palm up and grab from the inner edge. Yes. Kick your toes back. Soften your right shoulder head. Now spin your chest up towards the ceiling for 3. Breathing is good. 2 for 2. Exhale, tabletop, nice and slowly back down. Walk your palms about an inch in front of you. Take a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Flip your toes under, lift your hips up and back. Find some movement here. Be kind to your body. See if perhaps you can make a little more space in your toes as you really see the webbing. And then flex your toes towards your face. Take a slight bend at your knees. Flip your tailbone up as you spin your hip bones down. Gather a breath in. Breath out. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale about 4 steps to ragdoll. So take it slow and easy. Bend your knees a lot. Almost bring your chest towards your thighs and opposite hand to opposite elbow. It's always a great place to start. If you'd like to release some decompression in your spine, you can interlace hands at the back of your head. Wherever you are, shift the weight into your toes. And then energetically drag your heel bones away from one another to allow your thighs to rotate back. Yeah, take a breath in. Exhale, bring your fingertips to the ground. You can keep your feet here if that feels good to practice for you today. Otherwise, bring your big toes together to touch a little bit of space in your heels. Tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, slowly unfurl your spine, as slow as you can. Come to standing at attention samastitihi. Take your hands to heart and just soften your eyes closed. Again, spread your toes really wide. Feel the connection of the earth beneath you. And then spread your fingertips wider. Draw your thumbs into your chest. Today we will focus on space, of making room. A lot of us go day to day feeling smaller and tighter. And I ask you today, what are you willing to make space for in your practice, in your life? These next few minutes we have together. Take a breath in, breathe in all that goodness, and breathe out everything else. Yogis, release your palms to your side. Open your eyes if you choose. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Reach your arms forward and up and breathe. So again, feel that spaciousness in your toes. Shorten the distance between your ribs and your hip bones. Allow for length in your backside of your body. As you spin your pinky fingers and rotate your biceps in and back to make room in your chest. And drag a full breath in. Exhale, side bend to the right. Option to grab your left wrist or just extend your right arm alongside of your body. Stay grounded in your left heel, but as much as you want to push your hip to the left, almost like I have my hand in your right hip, resist my hand. I'll push on. Yes. Take a breath out. Inhale back to center. Switch out your grip if you had one. Exhale up and over to the left. Again, push into an imaginary left hand. Spin your right shoulder back, expand your chest. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, bring both of your palms to the back of your shoulder blades. Inhale, roll and scoop your elbows up. Find a little bit of the back bend. Close and shorten that space of your ribs. Really press your palms to your shoulders to scoop your heart up. Breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands to heart. Surrender down. Beautiful breath. Inhale, high halfway lift and pause to breathe. Bring your palms to your shins or your thighs. Keep a slight bend in your knees so your palms resist your legs. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Breath in. Exhale, high plank pose. Step back gracefully and mindfully. Now here, take your thumbs away from your pinky fingers. Really see the webbing. Drag your wrist creases back. Light up through your thighs. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, low plank. Pull your elbows to your ribs. Keep your gaze long. Inhale, upward facing dog, and hold this just for a few breaths. Press down through the tops of your feet. Elongate through your fingertips, so push the earth away, broaden your chest wide. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Take a full breath in. Allow yourself to settle in with the breath out. We flow that inhale, look forwards. Exhale, top of your mat, nice and easy. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Feel the breath. Inhale, mountain pose. Plug down through your heels. Lift tall. Exhale, side bend up and over to the right. Take your left armpit back just a little. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, up and over to the left. Inhale, back to center. 2 breaths here. Exhale, palms to the back of your shoulder blades. Inhale, scoop your elbows and lift your heart up. Exhale, forward fold. hold, surrender down, hands through heart center, flat back. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Your variation here, push the earth away. Inhale, upward facing dog. Expand and makes room in your clavicle. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Inhale, look forward one more time. Exhale to the top of your mat without even thinking about it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, lift tall, reach maybe a little higher. Exhale, side bend to the right. Make room in your left and your right ribs equally. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, up and over to the left, stamp down through your right foot. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, palms to shoulder blades. Pause, inhale, wrap your elbows and biceps in, lift up. Exhale, forward fold, release your hands, surrender down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale your way through your vinyasa. Always know that your knees are always a great place to go, or even to hold high plank. I'll cue you when it's time to leave. Exhale, downward facing dog. Connect to your breath. Notice even the little bit of space you've made in your spine, the room you've permitted in your hamstrings. Connect to that. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, forward fold. Listen for the change. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit your booty back, reach your arms up, and breathe. So again here, get spacious in your toes, spread them wide. And as you shift your weight back, shorten the distance between your ribs and your hips to elongate space in your low back. Now sit a little lower. Turn up your breath. Maybe you make spaces in your right and left corners of your mouth to create a smile space. Take a full breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale your way through your vinyasa. Choose it, own it. Inhale, upward facing dog. Roll your biceps outwards. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back. So focus more on the back, like you're kicking the back wall. Extend from your hip bone, breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Draw your knee to chest and then step your leg through. Take your back knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Reach your arms up and breathe. So if you're feeling a little tight in your hips, it might feel good to take palms to the top of your right thigh and just find some movement back and forth, side to side. If that's not your truth, that's cool too, and you can just leave your arms up. Once you get there, just begin to find more length in the back of your left leg. So the goal is to come more to the front of the kneecap and find a little more space in your femur bone. Yeah, inhale, reach your arms back overhead. Create a steeple grip here. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Drag your right heel back to square and anchor your hips. Now take your left armpit back behind you to breathe space in your chest. Inhale, back up to center. Tuck your back toes. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Reach your arms back. Lift from the belly of your left hamstring. Breathe. Shift the weight into your right heel so you feel your glute fire up. Now hover your belly off of your thigh. Axial extension through the crown of your head. Take a breath in. Steady breath out. Inhale, star pose. Come all the way up. Feel the space, the room. Exhale, warrior two to the back of your mat. So ease into this. Maybe you need to find your little yoga surfer to bring in room into your hip bone. When you get there, just allow yourself to find comfort in this stillness. Ensure you have heel to heel or arch alignment with your feet. And then again, draw your low hips in and up and your ribs in and down. Inhale, reverse warrior. Find the same action of plugging through your front heel. Now drag your heel energetically back to fire up your leg. Find your right ribs as long as your left. Breath in from your fingertips. Exhale, high to low plank. Option for Ekapada to hover your left leg. Resist the earth. Squeeze your thumbs in. Inhale, upward facing dog. Make room, make space. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause for a generous breath in. Stay for a breath out. So we'll flow that side with the right leg again. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge, step it gracefully through. Take your bottom knee to the mat. Inhale, crescent moon, push down through your knee, lift up. Steeple grip, exhale, side bend over to the right. Tuck your right armpit just forwards. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Lean forward, trust your body. Inhale, star pose, pivot all the way over. Exhale, warrior two to the front of your mat. Beautiful breath. Inhale, reverse warrior, keep the lunge. Exhale, high to low plank. Find the layer that speaks true to the room, the space, the opportunity. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Gather a breath in for stillness. A breath out. We got two legs. Inhale, take your left leg up and back. Now pause. Spin the left pinky toe mound down just a little to lift from the inseam of your left leg. Breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Almost tap your nose to walk all the way through. Drop your back knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. So continue here with whatever movements you took on the other side. Perhaps you have to walk your back knee back a little more. Maybe you just want to make a little more room in the front hip. Let it be easy. This is part about this space. Allow. Once you get there, reach your fingertips overhead. Take a breath in. Exhale, steeple grip. Inhale, push down through your back knee. Lift up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Find equal length in both right and left ribs. Again, energetically pull your left heel back to tack your left hip bone into the socket. Inhale, back to center. Tuck your back toes. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Swim forward. Yep, back. Breathe. Soften the space right at the tops of your shoulder heads. Yes. And elongate, make room in your chin and your chest. Inhale, star pose, unravel. Exhale, warrior two to the back of your mat. Whatever movements you needed on the other side, perhaps you might need a little more this side, and that's cool too, we'll take it. And then once you find stillness, find it. Angle your back toes in just slightly to allow the back hip to slightly rotate in. And then find a little more depth in the front leg. And imagine like you're trying to create more space in your hip and your knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep that space. Flip your right hip pointer up. Draw your left rib cage back. Here you breath in. Exhale, high to low plank. Your flow. Again, acropada in this size, one-legged if you choose. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in to settle. Breath out. We'll flow your left leg again. Inhale, reach your left leg back and then up. Exhale, low lunge. Right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, push down to lift tall. Steeple grip, side bend over to the left. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Lean your chest forward. Yes, inhale, star pose, take up space, get even bigger. Nice, Jody. Exhale, warrior two to the top of your mat. Inhale, reverse warrior, spread your right toes wide. Exhale, your variation, high to low plank, however you choose. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Connect, feel your breath. Feel that fire up, that space you create right here. And then we'll flow. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, top of your mat. I think you really want to do chair, so we'll do it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Sit, you're low. Inhale, chair pose. Squeeze your outer thighs in. Exhale, forward fold. Surrender over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Option to hop back only with bent elbows. Feel the length of space in your spine. Yes, you all got it. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So the flow will be a little different. Turn your ears on. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step your leg through. Take your back knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, push down to lift up. Steeple grip, exhale, side bend over to your right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Lean forward, trust yourself. Inhale, start pose, make room, spread your fingertips wide. Exhale, warrior two to the back. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, option high to low plank. On your knees or downward facing dog. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Ears on, inhale, lift your left leg high, left leg high. Great, exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent moon, back knee down, lift up. Steeple grip, exhale, side bend over to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, crescent lunge, airplane arms, take all the way back. Inhale, star pose, get bigger, taller. Exhale, warrior two to the front of your space. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low plank. So So when we add one leg and the other, it's not always in our control, right? Which most life isn't. Downward facing dog. So we breathe into that room, the space, the knowledge we've created. Left leg, inhale, reach your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, bring your leg all the way through. Inhale, crescent moon, push your back knee down, lift your arms up. Steeple grip, exhale, side bend to the left. Take your left ribs just a little longer. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, crescent lunge, airplane arms, swing your arms back, squeeze your shoulder tips. Inhale, star pose, unravel, come back. Exhale, warrior two to the back. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low. You guys have this. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg up and back, flex through your toes. Exhale, low lunge, step all the way through. Take your back knee down, inhale, crescent moon, you've got this. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms, lift from the back of your left leg. Inhale, star pose, get your fingertips wider, brighter. Exhale, warrior two to the top. You made it. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low plank. That was a journey in itself. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, and then pause. Take a minute, which we don't really ever do in our practice and in our life, to reflect. Not only the space in the body, but the space in our mind. We'll add on to our sequence little bits, so it's good to keep the ears on. Take a breath in. To connect together, open mouth, exhale. Release any stale heat. Yeah, now seal your lips, bring back your ujjayi breath. Inhale. Sealed lip, exhale. Here we go. Inhale, take your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Back knee down, inhale, crescent moon. Listen for the change. Exhale, take your hands to heart. Inhale, lengthen your chest. Exhale, revolved crescent moon. Take your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. And as much as you press your left elbow to your right thigh, can you press your thigh into your elbow? Utilize your obliques, really peel your belly off your thigh, and then spin your right armpit back just a little bit to draw the shoulder into the socket. Gaze can be right out to the side or up to the ceiling. Press along through the crown of your head. Breathe. Take a breath in. Tricky change. Exhale, low lunge to the back of your mat. Hands to the inside of your right leg. Now all the way back. Don't want you to get bored with the front, right? Inhale, standing splits. Take your right leg up and back. Now pause. So just like our down dog kick, lift from the inseam of your right thigh. Shift the weight into your left toes. Option to stay here or find some Shiva squats. Chamber your right leg behind your left on the exhale. Yeah, inhale, back up. You can stay here or next layer, plant your palms firmly on the earth for some handstand hops. Bend your bottom knee as much as you need to get there, and then keep your left knee bent. So I want to see the hamstring curl in your bottom leg. So curl your left heel to your glute. Tap it. See if you can tap the heel to glute for 3. Yes, forward fold in 2. 1, forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, take your left leg high. We'll just flow this side. Exhale, low lunge. Bring it all the way through. Drop your back knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Feel the space. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, crescent lunge, airplane arms. Lean your chest bones forward. Inhale, star, come all the way up. Exhale, warrior two, top of your mat. We've got to change here. Inhale, reverse warrior, listen up. Exhale, low lunge, low lunge. Plant your hands to the outside of your right foot, one-legged high plank. Extend your right leg back, keep it up. Spread your fingers wide, find a hamstring curl. Exhale, curl. Yes, 2 more times, let me hear the breath. Exhale, curl, resist the earth. Yes, last time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl, option to stay here. Keep the curl, come into side plank on your left hand. Keep the leg lifted. Reach your right fingertips up. Squeeze and tap your heel to the glute for 3. Lift your hips up higher for 2. Exhale, right hand down, high to low plank. So good, guys. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then just pause. Notice whatever came up and how you can utilize your breath to come back to center to make just a little more room for you. Inhale, lift your left leg up and back. Exhale, low lunge. Drop your right knee down, inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, take your hands to heart. Inhale, lengthen long from your tailbone to your head. Exhale, twist over to the left. Plug down through your right knee, and then again, energetically pull your left heel in towards center. This will allow your hips to square, but also light up your inner thighs. Soften your trap muscles right above your shoulder blades. Bring your elbows in line with one another. Spin your thumbs to heart for 3. Release to low lunge to the back in 2. Nice and easy. Exhale, hands to the inside. Spin all the way to the back of your mat. There we are. Inhale, standing splits. Take your left leg up this time. And then just pause for your alignment. Shift the weight into your right toes. Extend back through your left heel. Now, option to add onto your layer, whether it's Shiva squats. If you're coming into handstand, plant your hands on the mat. Yes, and so this time, your right heel will kick your butt rather than being completely straight. We know you can do straight leg. The goal here is just to see if you can tap your heel to your butt. Yes, push down through your hands. Squeeze your thumbs in. Gaze at the top of your fingertips for 3. Shiva squat, squeeze the thighs into your bone for 2. Yes, and 1. Forward fold, top of your mat. Yoga masters, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Got one more flow to get us to the top. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Without even thinking about inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Back knee down, inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Dig through your back toes. Inhale, star pose, unravel. Maybe you get even bigger. Exhale, warrior 2, front of your mat. Inhale, reverse warrior. We got a little bit. Exhale, low lunge. Start strong. Inhale, one-legged high plank. Keep your left toes lifted. Spread your fingertips wide like your life depended on exhale, curl. Left heel to glute. Try and tap it 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap and curl. Really squeeze your hamstring. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl and hold. Option to stay here or plant down through your right hand. Keep the curl in your foot. Maybe you tap the foot down, you just come back. Now, like you're spinning the jar open, spin your right thumb out and up. Lift your left arm up just a little more for 3. Yes, you guys got it. For 2. Exhale, high to low plank. Ooh. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. A still breath out. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, come onto your knees. Pat the glow. Grab a swip. A sip? A swip? A swippy. How are you feeling? Strong? Spacious? I hope so. All right, so we'll start off core a little non-traditionally today on our knees. Take the block, place it between your inner thighs. Option for toes untucked or tucked depending on your knees. Draw your hands to heart. Lean back just a little bit. We feel that right away, right? Squeeze your outer thighs in. Dig your toes or shins down. Shorten the space of your ribs and your hips. Option to stay here or begin to extend your arms out in front of you. See if you can lower it back just a little more. Exhale, lift up. Yes. Inhale, lengthen back. Keep going. Exhale, lift. Squeeze the heck out of the block. Elongate space in your low back so you really feel your abdominals and the front line of your body turn on. You've got 2, sounds good. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, but come back to your halfway down and hold. Squeeze your block. Draw your tailbone down for 3. Last 2. Slowly come out of it. Woo. Feel that one? Cool. All right. Come on to your backs. A little more traditional. Start with eagle crunches. Take your right arm, wrap it underneath your left. Always the option to give yourself a big hug here, and then take your right leg. Maybe it fully wraps, maybe it doesn't. Either way, totally up to you. Drag a full breath in, lengthen from either side of your body. Exhale, draw your knees into your elbows. Yes, inhale for length. Exhale, curl up and in. Yes, this entire time. Keep your low back firmly planted on the ground, right? When we connect the space of your ribs and the hips, this allows a really flat back. Feel the compression of your body. Now, the good thing about this, in order to make space, we have to compress. We have to get smaller, so let yourself get smaller here. Last 3. Legs up the wall, going right into it. In 2. And 1, unravel, hands behind your head. Legs up the wall, flex your toes to your face. Take a breath in. Exhale, scissor bicycle. Start over to the right side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. So your pace is up to you. If you like the inhale at the center, or you can go a little faster. Flex through the fronts of your thighs. And rather than thinking about taking your elbow to your knee, Think about taking your armpit to your knee. Yeah, you have to curl up. Now it's a little harder, right? And wrap up just a little more. Allow your obliques to fire up. You have 3. We're going right back into our eagle in 2. And 1. Let's go. Left arm under. The less we think, the more we do. Take the left leg over. Take a breath in. Get long. Exhale, curl up. Yes. Inhale for length. Exhale, curl up and in. Send your tailbone forwards. Allow yourself to get the smallest you've ever been in your yoga practice. Compress everything inwards. Turn up the breath. This is the most important part that keeps us connected. Last 3. Final 2. And 1. One more time, scissor bicycles. Let's go. In it for the win. Flex your toes. Press through the fronts of your thighs. Lift your opposite armpit up just a little more to really feel the spin of your chest. I think we've got 3. That sounds good, right? Last 2. And 1. Stretch out long. Now we get to take up room. Reach long from your toes to your fingertips. Allow your low back to lift off of the mat. Exhale. Inhale, take your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice loving squeeze. Exhale, plant your heels right underneath your kneecaps. Take your arms alongside your body. Inhale, just a gentle bridge pose. Gently lift your low back off the mat, and you have a block, so you can take the block at the inner thighs if you should choose. Wherever you are, allow your chin to chase your chest, and your chest to chase your chin. Really draw your shoulder blades underneath you. Now, isometrically pull your heel bones back towards your shoulders. Feel your glutes fire up. Take one more breath in. Exhale, slowly lower. Supta Baddha Konasana, recline bound angle pose. Take your feet together, knees wide, and take a hand to your heart and a hand to your belly. Begin to notice the space in your stomach, the beat of your chest. Come back to that idea of what am I willing to make space for today? Maybe it's just for me. Maybe it's for someone else. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Slow and steady. Grab the outsides of your knees, close them like a book, bring your knees into your chest. Roll your low back in little circles, right and left and right. And then when you're feeling really ready, rock through a few times. Take the hands to the backs of your hamstrings, and you can find your vinyasa if you so choose, or you can just meet us in downward facing dog. It might feel nice to hold your up dog a little bit to even lengthen the line of your front body just a little more. And then downward facing dog. Notice the difference. Perhaps the length you have in your hamstrings, the broadness of your chest. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Come all the way up to stand. Exhale, dancers on the right. Take your right elbow to your hip crease. And then bend your right knee. Utilize that same contraction of the hamstring curl. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale, bring it back down. Yeah, you get a theme, right? Exhale, curl and lift. Last time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl. Use the strength of your hamstring. And then you just gently reach for your foot from the inner arch by your big toe mount. Seal your knees together to touch here. This is a great place to stay. Otherwise, to get a little deeper, begin to extend your front fingertips forward. And then take your back shin to the back of the room. Flip your hip bones upwards towards your ribs. Nice alley. And then soften your right hip bone down. Try and peek the right knee just a little more behind you. And then scoop your shoulder blades forward for 3. You've got it. Last 2. Slowly unravel. Inhale, mountain pose. Other side. Exhale, left elbow to hip crease. And we got some curls. Exhale, bring your left heel to your glute. Fire up. All right, 2 more times. Take it back down. Exhale, fire up the back space of your leg. Really feel it contract. Slowly back down. Last time, flex and squeeze. And then it's just like it's there for you. You don't have to reach too far for it. How convenient. Take your knees in together to touch, and then pause. From here, begin to separate the distance between your leg and your front arm. This is where we get to take up space. So it said dancer is that perfect balance between the past, the future, bringing us to right here and right now. Use your breath. Press your left hip bone forward. Anchor it down just slightly for 3. Come to standing at attention at 2. Slowly unravel. Bring your hands back to heart. Close your eyes. Feel the broadness of your chest, the expansion of your body. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold just for good measure. Inhale, chair pose. Sit your booty down, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll twist a little more. Inhale, lengthen your torso forward. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Hook your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh or in between your knees is also a really great place to be for this. Gaze down at your kneecaps. Align your left and right knees. So you might need to pop your left knee, but just back a little bit, and then sit your butt down just a little lower. Breathe. Keep the space in all of your vertebra, including, add your ribs to that as well. Soften your right shoulder. And then get expansive through your chest. I did stop hearing breath though, so you can turn that back up too. It helps you with the twist. Inhale, find length. Exhale, twist. One more inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Oh, yes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left leg all the way back. Take your back knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Back to our best friend for the day. Now you can stay here. We'll move on to a little bit of archer arm action here. So if you want to stay right here. Otherwise, bring your left hand down and then bring your right palm, just nuzzle it between your shoulder blades. Wrap your bicep in just like we did in that back bend variation, and then grab your elbow with your left hand. Really feel the stretch in your tricep. You can stay there, or you begin to find full cow face arms. You can flip your left thumb up, reach. Perhaps you can get the other hand. If not, you reach for the strap, or maybe you reach for one day, because that will happen too. Isometrically pull your right heel back, and then press your palms and the shoulders to lift and scoop your heart up more. Take a breath in. Exhale, release to low lunge. Ensure your block is at the top right corner of your mat before we go anywhere. Inhale, warrior two. Spin your back foot flat, reach your arms wide. Exhale, extended side angle and hold. Take your right arm to the inside of your right thigh. Really feel the action of your right arm resisting your right leg and the leg resisting your arm. Now, can you bring your right arm a little closer to the ground? Try it. Pop your right sit bone back, then curl it under. And perhaps it even reaches fully. Take a breath in. You can stay here or exhale, half moon. Begin to shift your gaze down. Walk the distance between your left and right foot closer, and that's why you've got the block there. Take it to the upper right corner of your mat. Trust me, you are going to want it. Peel your left hip open and up, and reach your left arm up. Option to stay here. Guess what we're gonna add? A hamstring curl. Allie called it. Exhale, curl your heel to your glute. But we got two more. Inhale for length. Exhale, curl back. Lift up out of your right hip. One more time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl. Option is stay here, or it's so close to you that you can gather it with the top corner by your pinky toe and then flip it and reach for the bottom edge. Press down through your heel. You've got this. Spin your left shoulder head back. If you fall out, you come back in. Draw your ribs and hips closer together for 3. Warrior 2 and 2. Slow and steady. Yes. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Pivot your right toes inwards, surrender down. Permit yourself to take these breaths. Shift the weight into your toe mounds. And again, energetically pull your heel bones outwards so you can feel the inner thighs rotate back. Yeah, I saw that. And feel length from the crown of your head. So much you can just surrender any tension, any of that extra stuff we're holding on to. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Bring your palms underneath your shoulder blades. Exhale, low lunge to the top of your mat. I think you guys are going to be ready for this. I think so. Call me crazy. Inhale, side plank. Come open to your right side of your mat. Right? Yep. Left hand is the foundation, Jody. There we go. Option to lift your top leg. Now find the hamstring curl. Like you are opening the can with your left hand. Spin your left bicep out. Now collect your foot. Yes, Jody's doing a really great variation on her knee. Try that as well. Now reach your hand for the bottom edge, the big toe mount. Peel your left shoulder back. Hug your hip bones in for 3. Breathe, guys, for 2. Exhale, high to low plank. Woo, yes. Inhale, upward facing dog. It's a doozy, but we never realize how strong we are until we try it. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We got our left side. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, bring your hands to heart. Collect back inwards. Inhale, lengthen. Feel the space. Exhale, twist to the left. Again, look down at your knees. Ensure they're counteracted with one another. Take your right knee back so your right hip bone will come back. And again here, rather than thinking about compression, can you think of this twist as an opportunity to get longer, to take up more room, to breathe in the space. Tuck your right shoulder back just a little more to expand your clavicle. For 3. Forward fold in 2. Exhale, forward fold, surrender. Rock your head back, rock your head forward. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, step your right leg back. Drop your back knee down, inhale, crescent moon. And you know where we are going with this. So find the layer that felt good to you. Press your left palm like you're giving yourself a big tap on the back for making it. And then grab your right hand to your left elbow. And you can stay there. Otherwise, for the cow face arms, reach your right arm underneath. Flip the thumb up. Reach for your hand. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Use them as a shelf to lift your heart. Draw your chin away from your chest. So the goal here is extension from your pelvis all the way to your head. It's all connected. Breath in. Breath out. And slowly release your arms. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge. That's where we're going to go. Take your block, top left corner of your mat this time. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. So first start with left arm into your left inner thigh. Tuck your left cheek underneath you and allow the right shoulder just to twist back a little more. And then see if you can soften your left hand to the ground more, because this will help you in the transition. Exhale, half moon. Walk your right foot in closer to your left. Shift the weight into your left toe mount. Lift from the inseam of your right leg so the block just helps us get a little taller. Now, exhale, hamstring curl. Find the heel to your glute. We got 2 more. So make it nice and slow. Inhale for length. Exhale, curl. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale, curl and hold. So utilize that strength so your foot's already there to grab from the top, and then flip your palm up and find then the inner arch of your foot. Spin your elbow upwards. Shorten the space of your ribs and your hips. Press your shoulder blades towards the windows. Elongate from your ears for 3. Maybe you smile because you're so strong for 2. Slow and steady exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, star pose. Yes. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Option for the chest expansion if you want a little more in your chest. Keep your elbows bent, palms together. Roll your shoulder heads back, and then exhale, fold from there. Wherever you are. Breathe into this awareness of every time we come to our mat, we have this opportunity to get taller physically. But to take that little time for ourselves in that space so that we can then give back to those we love and make more room for other people. If you haven't yet already, release your fingertips to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Are we ready for it? Exhale, low lunge to the top of your mat. Inhale, side plank over to the left. Keep your right hand down. Spin the jar open with your right hand. Now begin to extend your left leg. Do this from the inner ankle. That's where you'll find the big lift. Now hamstring curl. Your heel is already at your butt, so all you can do is reach back for it. Find the pinky edge first, then flip your palm up and grab for the inner edge. Kick your knee back. Rotate your left shoulder open. Hug the space of your ribs and hips. You feel this in your heart for 3. Last 2. Exhale, high to low plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Yes, so good, guys. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Take a full breath in. And full breath out. Come onto your knees real quick. So I am going to give you an option to do it again. I think I got those requests, right? I had a request box and it was filled with, we just want to do Kapinjalasana over and over again. So we have the option maybe to try it on your knee this time to work on more stability, because sometimes we have to make space for our strength, I feel like, and really owning up into that. Or today you can get a little sassy, maybe you lift a leg, right? Otherwise, we have an option to utilize the strap here, which can get a little fun, funky. We'll see how it goes. So always starting from the high plank position. And we'll roll open and then extend through the bottom heel. From here, I'll bring my knee in because that's really the only way I'm going to reach for my strap, right? There we are. Take the strap along the top of your foot. Begin to extend it. From here, hamstring curl. I don't even have to use my arm strength, right? And then from here, we'll find a different version. Take your elbow in, up, and back. Now kick your foot back, just like full dancers. Spin your thumb open, and then begin to shift the gaze up. As you kick your foot back, your elbow comes higher towards the top of the mat. And then maybe you just fall out of it. That's fun too. Maybe you find Wild Thing, because that's a really great place to go as well. So many different layers. Even just with the strap grabbing for the foot, it's a really great place to go. So yeah, I mean, Child's Pose is a really fun variation of this as well. It's up to you. High plank. We'll roll open to our, on our right hand. Come open to the left. That's the sides. I don't know, pick a side. It really doesn't matter, but commit to what your action will be. So if you're just coming into the full variation, fine that. Otherwise, take the strap, it's like kind of gracefully, not gracefully, to the top of your foot, elbow forward, out, and back. Yes, you've got it. Spin the jar with your left hand. Yes, all these strong men. Take your toes to the back of the room, lift up through your hips just a little more. Wherever you are, breathe for 3. Last 2, you can fall out, plop down. As long as it's graceful with breath, right? How'd that feel? Good. That's cool. Yeah. That's the goal, right? All right, let's do the other side. This time, right side, window side. There we go. Left hand. And again, ease through breath, through space to take the breath. So begin to hover the right leg up if that's a variation, and then curl. Reach for the inner arch. Flip your palm up. For the strap, yes, take it to the top of the foot, bring your knee into the chest first. Wrap your elbow in, up, and back, yes. Spin your left thumbs energetically outwards, rotate your bicep. Now take your knees back wherever you are. You've got this, breathe for 3. So strong for 2. And hobble to downward facing dog. And take a breath in. Take a breath out. I think you'll like where we're going. Just a guess if you'll look forwards. Exhale, come onto your seat. Double pigeon, because it's gonna feel great to not be on your arms. Can we agree with that? Yeah. So just start in a seated position into a seated figure 4. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Sometimes I need this little like hip dance thing. I don't know really what it is, but it works. And if it feels good for you to stay here, stay here. You will get a nice opening in your outer thigh. Otherwise, flex your toes to your face and then bring your left shin to the ground, parallel it to the top of your mat. Ensure that it's like your heel or your ankle on your left knee, and then take your hands to your hips, lift your butt up, draw it back so you can make room. Walk your left heel a little back more so the legs are parallel. You can stay here. I love the block underneath my knee. You can stay lifted and you can fold. I just ask that you find breath. And as you do this, again, work into your obliques. Lengthen from your ribs and your armpits. Here, we're literally making space in the outer thighs in ways that we don't really normally ever in daily life. Slowly, peacefully, mindfully come out. Bring your palms behind you again to bend your knees, and then switch out your legs. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. And again, this is such a great place to stay, to work the left knee forwards. Otherwise, come into the variation you did on the other side, parallel your right shin forwards. Walk your hands along your sides of your hips, lift your butt up, drop it back. Yes, get more room there. There you go. And just meet yourself where you are. Rather than trying to fit any shape or mold that you think it needs to fit, send the breath to your outer thighs, your IT bands. Loosen your jaw. Just begin to increase the space between your knees and your hips. Maybe increase the length of your breath. You can do it. I know you can. Inhale, slowly come back out. Take your palms behind you. Maybe you bring your legs out in front of you. Get some circulation going back in there. And then one block, palms up, lower onto your back. We'll take 2 sets of bridge here, and then the third set option for wheel, so 3 sets of bridge are also really cool too. Let's start with the block at our inner thighs for bridge, just so we can feel the sensation of the quadricep activation. Walk your heels in so much that you could tickle them with your fingertips, just so you know that you're there. They are there. Let your head hang heavy. Take a breath out. Inhale, slowly push down to lift up. Pull your heels back towards your shoulders. Squeeze the block in and see if you can make more room in your knees, between your knees and your shoulders. So take your knees forwards, shoulders back. One more breath in. Slow release. You can remove the block. Fall in bridge. Take your knees in, heels wide. Feel your breath. Soften into the room that you're making in the front line of your body. The opportunity for expansion. Second set. You can do this without the block. If you like the block, you can take that. Otherwise, extend your arms alongside your body. Inhale, lift up. Press down through your heels. Energetically pull your thigh bones in and out simultaneously, just to really feel that space. And then maybe you tug one shoulder blade under the other to see if you can get a chest expansion or just a little more spaciousness in your chest cavity. Press the back of your skull into the mat just so slightly. Breath in. Slowly lower down. Back to fallen bridge, knees in, heels wide. Hand to heart, hand to belly. Be still. Be kind. Now you can stay here in nap time. Really great place to stay. If you'd like a third bridge, possibly even supported bridge with the block underneath your sacrum. Otherwise, we're gonna wheel it. Walk your heels in again, really close to your glutes. Bring your palms alongside your body just to make sure that they're there. Right? Okay, you're there. I've identified you. You're there. Now, extend your arms so you can see your fingertips first. Spin your pinky fingers out just a little bit to find external rotation in your shoulders. Now bend your elbows so your palms are shoulder width distance apart. Okay, those are my shoulders. I'm identifying them. Squeeze your elbows in. Now slowly lift to the crown of your head. Slowly. Drag your heels in towards your ears. Now squeeze your elbows and straighten your arms. Yeah, keep squeezing the elbows together. Allow the fingertips to draw outwards and then keep going. Pull your heart towards the back of the room. Extend your kneecaps towards the front of the room and then lift your hip pointers towards your ribs for 3. Last 2. Yes, slowly release. So amazing. Supta Baddha Konasana this time. Let yourself feel supported by the earth, by the foundation. Inhale, bring your knees into your chest. Nice little squeeze, legs up the wall. Extend your feet towards the ceiling. And you have the block there, so you can place the block right underneath your sacrum. This is different from your low back, so you want it just a little lower rather than higher. Close your eyes. And just like a waterfall, just imagine with the hip bones lifted, this active water just slowly trickling down through breath. You can stay here. Otherwise, if you have a healthy cervical spine, move into plow pose, lift your toes up and over, hips up and back. If your toes reach the ground, you can keep your legs at your side. Otherwise, if they don't, create a shelf with your triceps. Deepest fold all day, just allow yourself to get into it. If you're in plow pose, slowly make your way to shoulder stand. Create a shelf with your hands. Take your legs up. Flex your toes towards your face, hug your elbows in, and then walk your heels just over your hip bones. Breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, Deaf Man's Pose. Slowly take your knees to the outside of your ears. Really collect and fold yourself. Allow yourself to be in just a few seconds of maturity right here. The deepest fold all day. Slowly, 2 movements. Remove your block, lower all the way onto your back, legs up the wall. Take your block from underneath you, slowly come down. Bring your knees in, just windshield wipe your legs, side to side. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. Exhale, gentle twist over to the left. Take your knees to the left. Tee your arms out. Your gaze can be up at the ceiling or over to the right. Close your eyes. Notice the heaviness in your right shoulder, but the expansion in your ribs. As I said before, our yoga mat is such a great place to come back to what truly matters. Practice of yoga, we make space in our physical body and our energetic bodies as well. Inhale, bring your knees back into your chest. Exhale, twist over to the right. Through making space for ourselves, we're able to make space for those we love and give them just a little more room in the pocket of our heart. Draw your knees back into your chest. One more pose. Exhale, happy baby. Tuck your knees into your armpits. If this is a little challenging, your low back or shoulder blades are lifted, just grab from your inner outer thighs. Stack your heels over your knees. And then the peak version of this pose, you rock back and forth and put a smile on your face. Inhale, come back to center. Give yourself one more final hug. The gratitude of making room and expanding into a better person of you. Take a breath in. Exhale, final Shavasana. Take up all the space you can. Flip your palms up. Knock your water bottle over. Toes out, heels in. I will take you out. So revel in these final moments of stillness. Perhaps tuck one shoulder blade under the other to allow your chest bones to lift. And then just begin to feel the pace of your breath. Notice your inhales. Mindful attention to your exhales. And perhaps even notice the space of your breathing getting larger and expansive. So not only does your breath exist in your chest, but your belly, your ribs, your chest, your throat. Wave, just begin to pull your breath in and then press it out. Just begin to find a little more rhythmic pace of your breath. Just begin to start paying attention as you slowly reawaken your body. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Perhaps rock your forehead, your ears, side to side, get the whole head in there. Inhale, stretch long. Lift your low back off the mat. Take up room. Make yourself big. Exhale, bring your knees into your chest. And come onto your right side. Supportive fetal position. From this posture, anything is possible. So again, consider that idea of what you're willing to make space for here. And how do you bring that space with you into the outside world? One breath at a time. Inhale, slowly press up to a seat. Bring your hands to heart. Press your thumbs in towards the middle of your clavicle and just let yourself get a little taller. Honoring the fact that you took 60 minutes just for you and you alone. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale, thumbs to forehead. The light in me honors the light in every single one of you. Namaste. Beautiful class, friends. Thank you so much. I know for me, the most challenging thing in life is finding space for me, making time for me, especially when there's always so much to do. It just makes us feel smaller, more compact. So yoga is my space to get back to that, to feel how long I can be, how expansive I can be, so that when I fill my cup up, I can fill others up as well. So thank you for taking time to fill up your cup and to fill my cup simultaneously. So grateful to have you. Namaste. Thank you so much for making space for yourself and making it to your mat today. I really hope to see you again sometime soon. Thanks so much.